Multiple videos have just been unearthed of Gavin Newsom, from him not making any sense to him being grossly disrespectful to reporters and people, and him just ignoring questions because he knows that he has no good answers. And we're also going to be sharing some updates as the shutdown, unfortunately, continues, and more on today's episode of the Moreno Show. So if you haven't already liked and subscribed, go ahead and do that. Now, let's dig in. So, first things first, Caroline Levitt, our incredible White House press secretary, dropped a bomb saying that the Democrats have effectively closed our government, cost Americans their jobs, and hurt our troops. Watch this.
The Democrats' current position is that the only way the American government can reopen is if illegal aliens can get free health care. Don't take my word for it. Just look at what's inside of the Democrats' proposal to reopen the government. Their funding proposal would result in nearly $200 billion spent on health care for illegal aliens and other non-citizens over the next decade. To put this in perspective, $200 billion is enough money to fund the entire children's health insurance program, which provides health insurance to low-income children and women. Under the Democrats' proposal, the millions of illegal aliens who improperly were granted asylum and paroled under the Biden administration would once again be allowed to receive Medicaid benefits. It does not end there. The Democrat proposal would also require Medicaid to pay more for emergency care provided to illegal aliens than it does for American patients who are disabled, elderly, or children. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. The Democrat Party has unfortunately closed our government, costing Americans their jobs, threatening our military readiness, harming our economy, and causing chaos, all to help the illegals who broke into our country. Instead of holding illegal aliens accountable and removing them from our country, which is what this administration is trying to do every day, the Democrats want to give them the free benefits paid for by the American taxpayer.
Wow. So, regardless if you agree with her reasons or the Republican Party here, the data is actually on their side. Polls show that people want the government reopened without spending more for Obamacare. Look at this. 65% of voters said that they want Democrats to accept current spending levels and move on. So, this administration actually holds the opinion that most reflects recent polling data, that most reflects Americans. So here's my question to you. Feel free to let me know what you think about this in the comments. If Americans overwhelmingly want an end to this shutdown, why are Democrats doubling down? Tell me. And by the way, they did in fact just double down. Just right now, as I'm recording this, the Democrats have just voted to shut down again. Are you kidding me? My goodness. That is insane. Let me know what you think about all that, please. And while DC is getting all up in arms, the media world is having an earthquake of its own. Barry Wise is taking over CBS News. If you don't know who that is, let me go ahead and tell you real quick. A few years ago, she started the Free Press. It is a news site and has recently been acquired from Paramount for $150 million. And they appointed Barry Wise as editor-in-chief of CBS News. So, as someone who has followed the Free Press for a while, may I just say that this is actually a huge and significant outcome that is very validating for Substack, very invigorating for the news industry and creators in general. So this is really, really huge. Also, Barry Wise apparently said this today in a leaked email that just made its way on social media, and it is going viral. And as someone who reports on the news, I genuinely found a lot of value in this. She demands that this new iteration of CBS News follows these core journalistic values. So let me go ahead and read them for you. Number one, journalism that reports on the world as it actually is. Two, journalism that is fair, fearless, and factual. Three, journalism that respects our audience enough to tell them the truth plainly wherever it leads. Four, journalism that makes sense of a noisy, confusing world. Five, journalism that explains things clearly without pretension or jargon. Six, journalism that holds both American political parties to equal scrutiny. Seven, journalism that embraces a wide spectrum of views and voices so that the audience can contend with the best arguments on all sides of a debate. 8, journalism that rushes toward the most interesting and important stories, regardless of their unpopularity. 9, journalism that uses all of the tools of the digital era. 10, journalism that understands that the best way to serve America is to endeavor to present the public with the facts first and foremost. So the reason I wanted to share this is because obviously the people who watch these videos are very interested in the news and the current events. And if you've had an experience with CBS, maybe it hasn't been a great one. But if the CBS actually carries the same signal that the Free Press had, if you ask me, I think the best days of CBS are ahead. So let me know if you agree with that. Now, I wanted to share this video. Speaking of CBS, they recently aired this interview with Cheryl Hines, and she talks about the risks that her husband takes while he was running for president. I'm talking about Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and now the risks that he continues to take as Secretary of HHS in the Trump administration. So I thought this was really, really significant. Check it out.
I found it stressful that Bobby didn't get Secret Service protection.
Because you were concerned about his safety.
Concerned about his safety. I think every day somebody would say to me, "Are you worried about him getting shot like his father and like his uncle?" And I was very worried about it. Still worried about it. I don't think Bobby tells me all of the threats that he gets, if I'm being honest.
You know, I always wish that people could do the work that they want to do without fear or risk, but especially being in this space doing what I do. But I've actually learned that that's just utterly impossible. A life without fear or risk just isn't a life. You're surviving, but I don't know if you're living. So that's what I have to say on that. Also, I'm going to bring this up one last time. Very recently, did RFK Jr. experience a bomb threat? So these words that were just shared by his wife are actually there. There's a lot of texture there. There's this element of urgency with these words. And while that has unfolded, Gavin Newsom, the outspoken governor of California, just announced that he is suing President Trump. And this does all come after multiple videos have leaked, gone unearthed, and went extremely viral all over the internet, highlighting Gavin Newsom's incompetence, arrogance, and total inability to handle tough questions. At some points, he literally runs away. It is absolutely crazy. You really will not believe this. Check it out.
He walked off and he didn't respond to reporters' questions.
What do you do to improve the public's confidence in you?
I think I said everything I was going to say, and I think you've heard that I said everything I was going to say. So I respect your desire not to respect my opinions and respect my right to say everything I've just said.
Mayor, is that forever, or you're ever going to address?
Finally, at 3:45, he walked out of City Hall.
What's that? Can I have a word with you? What's this regarding? It's regarding Ruby Turk.
Then he turned away. Why was he given 10 weeks of paid leave, Mayor? Then he signaled a police officer who was part of his security detail.
This is a gentleman.
What's this about? I can't talk to the mayor?
Not if he says no. Personal space, she says no, that means no.
Mayor, on a different topic, I'm reporting another patient death from a fall at Laguna
Happy to
Honda.
take any questions you guys have.
Mayor, I'm reporting
From
another...
any reporters.
How about me, Mayor?
Thank you
I'm
very
reporting
much.
another
Thank you
patient death
guys
from a
very
fall
much.
at Laguna
Appreciate
Honda.
it.
Mayor, come on. You're kidding me, right?
Newsom arrived an hour and a half late, took no questions outside. How do you think the scandal will affect your ability to run the city?
Hey, guys. Thank you, guys.
But aides said he was prepared to answer hard questions inside the restaurant from his constituents. We couldn't tell you if that happened. The press was ushered out before the mayor came in.
Mayor, I need to talk to you about Laguna Honda. Would you please?
Excuse me.
Would you talk to us about
Happy to
Laguna
answer any questions you guys have.
Mayor,
Thank you.
Mayor, Ed Jew says...
Tonight, an obviously overwhelmed Newsom declined to expand on the problems he's facing.
Mayor, it seems like you're talking to all the other reporters and not us today. Why is that?
I'll happily talk to anyone from Channel 7.
How about Dan Noyes?
I don't have much inclination to talk to this particular reporter because of the remarkable inability to be accurate with the
Mayor, Ed Jew says that you should step up to the plate. Whether you have any comment on the Kieran Ross story about the drinking.
Thank you very much. That was a great cheap shot. You can't help yourself. You cannot. Just know, for the record, it's increasingly impossible to have a conversation.
Mayor was out there. Mayor was out there.
You know, you just So just know it's not personal when I walk by it. You just send some other reporters, it's going to be a lot easier.
It's not personal here either.
Towards Channel 7.
I'm sorry?
You keep missing consistently a lot of facts because your opinion is so enthusiastic to get in the way of it. And then, let me tell you, the investigation has not helped a lot of things that are in the report. Just stating that factually as well.
It's just a story, Mayor.
I have never seen an adult throw such a tantrum. Oh my goodness, it is like he is a child. It's like every time things get tough, Gavin folds. He shuts down, he runs away. He doesn't fix problems. He just goes silent or he points the finger at somebody else. Homelessness, crime, wildfires, businesses are leaving. It's all someone else's fault. It's never his. It's so ridiculous. And it's so sad to see. And now he is suing President Trump. Why? Because he is trying to send the National Guard to Oregon to protect people. All right. How silly. Anyways, tell me what you think about all this. From Caroline Levitt to Democrats continuing to keep the government shut down, even though the people's opinion is just the exact opposite of that, to the Free Press and Barry Weiss being the new editor-in-chief of CBS News, to now Gavin Newsom, the guy who continues to throw tantrums after decades of public service. All right. And if you made it this far, please consider liking, subscribing, turn on the bell, and I will see you all next time. Thank you for tuning in. Episode's over already? Geez, that was fast. Well, they say beautiful things do not last forever, but feel free to watch and listen to another one of these episodes if you're interested in those conversations as well. Also, this next part is huge. Make sure to obliterate that like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never skip a beat. I also have a newsletter where we dive into the news, politics, and ideas that shape our future. If you're interested in signing up, I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.